Hello, hypothetical viewers, and welcome back to Shining Force Final Conflict. We are fighting some monsters, basically. This is also a thing in a lot of Shining Force games. You have some battles that are like plot battles, and then you have others where it's like, we're walking from point A to point B, and on the way there were some monsters. I guess that's true of like a lot of games, actually. It's like, not every battle can be some major plot important thing. Sometimes it's just a filler episode. As a side note here, I gotta say, this music is major nostalgia for me, because even though the Shining... I fucking hate these... Also, I fucking hate these battles where there's a lot of trees, because it makes them really slow. It doesn't make them more challenging, just makes them more tedious. But, the Shining Force on the Sega CD, the remake we played, the sound was great on those, and like the music redone for that system, like, was definitely evocative of the original music and sounded really good. But this like classic Game Gear chiptune has a lot of nostalgia for me. This is the music I heard as a child playing Shining Force Sort of Haja. Just listen to that chiptune. Even like the little footstep sounds and everything, like this sound. That's also nostalgic to me. It's a game I have many fond memories of. So even though the graphics, like, definitely from a modern perspective, it's like, man, these are archaic, they're also nostalgic. You know, it's like it was a simpler time. I guess like just every Shining Force game has this thing. This is just a Shining Force thing of these just giant outdoor maps that you just take forever to walk through. Because seriously, it's like, why does every single game do this? They're not... These maps are not, like, especially interesting. They're really not. Okay, gotta try and get some levels for our weaker characters here, because Cynthia and Knuckles are still level 2. Some of these enemies do a fair amount of damage, so it's just a little... And I will say, these maps are kind of crowded so that we get attacked by a bunch of enemies at once. So... it was sort of hard to save them for our weaker characters, because it's like, well, we have to, you know, kill them at some point. You can't wait around forever. Okay, maybe Cynthia can kill this guy. Like, whenever it's... oh, good, it's her turn. Okay. So, she can kill the goblin, and hopefully that'll pop her up a level, actually. She already had some axe. There we go, there we go. Gotta keep that up. Oh, Knuckles is still walking through the trees, because outdoor maps, so fun. Just have to be patient, basically. Yeah, this actually should finish off the orc. This is also the usual Shining Force thing where early in the game magic is super useful, because when enemies only have like 11 HP, dealing 6 damage to them that doesn't miss is great, but later in the game it starts to drop off a bit. I gotta have Ben hang in there till we can heal him. At least he's getting quite tanky now. Cynthia takes some pot shots. Very good. Okay, this will protect Ben's other side, so that'll be good. I wanna free up some space and have my characters keep moving up the map, because otherwise they're just gonna get so bottlenecked. It's gonna suck. Okay. Shining Force continuing to get a little stronger. The Shining Force is basically what I just always call our party in these games, but are we technically the Shining Force? Because I thought the Shining Force, in the context of this story, which is a sequel to Shining Force 1, was... I think I'm actually going to have him move, because maybe one of our weaker characters can kill that guy, you know? It's like, I want to save the weakened enemies for the characters who are lagging. And Ben is doing okay for now. He's pretty tanky at this point. Knuckles still cannot quite reach the rest of our characters. Okay, I'm gonna have him use a heal just so he can fucking get some exp at least. God. Training Knuckles is just, this is gonna be the millstone around our necks. Just this guy. Sure, have Howl weaken this goblin. Why not? What was I just saying? Oh yeah, so in the context of Shining Force 1, the Shining Force was specifically like the army of Guardiana. right? And Max was its leader, but now he's kind of left and he's doing his own thing. And these characters are not from Guardiana, I don't think. So, are we actually the Shining Force? Is the Shining Force just the title of we just are always the Shining Force if you're playing a Shining Force game, or what? Unclear. Maybe move back. Because I don't want to just over-level these 4 characters, but Knuckles can heal him, I guess. It's tough because the lower level characters are also slower. So we get into the same cycle of hurting as usual where we just cannot catch them up easily. This isn't so bad though. Knuckles is gonna be the real pain here. Okay. I think he can actually kill this goblin. Yeah, there we go. He can fight a goblin. That's oh good, he's level 3. Okay. So everyone's at least min level 3. We at least don't have like some people stuck at level 2. Although Howl is now level 5. Keeping the party even is hard even at first. Maybe it's even harder early on because like, you know, your characters are gaining X more rapidly and the difference of a few points is just, you know, if an enemy has like 10 HP, the difference of 3 points of attack could actually be, for you, could actually be pretty massive. Whereas later in the game, you know, that difference is a smaller proportion of the enemy's total HP, so it's not as extreme. But gonna at least try to keep everyone sort of even. Because as usual, it's gonna be ages before we have enough people to replace anyone. And a lot of times, even when you get people who you can replace party members with, the party member you started with are already high level, and you've also like leveled them all the way up before promoting them, so they end up being stronger anyway, so. We will get Cynthia and this Ruburan guy, and we'll eventually get, we'll get quite a lot of people, actually. I looked up the character list. We're gonna get some wacky people, too, because, like, this game introduces a new category of animal person. In addition to bird people, we now also have dragon people. So, you know, we'll have some new additions to Shining Force canon. The Hunter Goblin sprite still, I feel like I just don't understand what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm just, like, not comprehending it properly, but it just looks like a blob of colors. Is it, I guess maybe it's because they're wearing hoods? Because it just looks like, it's like a vague shape. I can't see where the face is. Slightly baffling. Oh, these trees, man. Okay. I'm gonna keep using Blaze just to maximize the amount of spells we can cast, because, you know, we don't need Freeze right this second. And Blaze 1 is cheaper. Maybe I'll leave that for Sinette and have Mead started on the Dark Dwarf. As usual, the Shining Force names, I'm just like, how did they come up with these names? Why is his name Mead? Oh wait, she's not positioned correctly, whoops. Oh well. Maybe Knuckles can kill him. Jeez, the Dark Dwarf is danky as hell. Well, Paige should be able to do a dent in him. Oh! He still couldn't even kill him. I'm gonna have Ben finish him off, because he is dangerous. Excellent work, Ben. Very good. Is it ever gonna be Knuckles' turn? Like, he's not only weak, he's also slow. Why is he so bad? Why would they saddle me with this character who's just absolute fucking garbage? He's gotta get better eventually, right? If we keep leveling him up more, like, someday he'll be good? Isn't that usually how, you know, that works in games? Like, eventually they stop sucking? He's our only healer right now, and even when Cynthia joins, he'll still be the only healer, because Cynthia does not, according to my guide, which was wrong in the case of Howl, so we'll have to see, but she might actually not have the heal. She'll eventually get Aura, which will make her great, but, you know, that's not yet. Still chipping away at these guys. I'm gonna try and get Sinette some more exp too. let's actually kill the goblin. Let me take a look at the defense of 8, and we have attack of 16, so that will indeed be way too much. I don't want to kill him with Mead, because Mead is already level 4. Oh, that's annoying. Last. I hope we have not already reached the stage in, like, the 3rd battle where the enemies are too tough for our weaker characters to really make a dent in them. Oh wow, very nice. Critical hit. Very good, Knuckles. Excellent. Maybe this will help. He is getting attack buffs, so he's consistently... Oh, and he got heal level 2. Okay, so he's improving a little. He's consistently getting some boost to his stats. So hopefully that will... eventually... Oh, whoops, this guy... I forgot that this is the one we already weakened. I could have saved him. Regrets. Regrets. To be sure. Let's approach cautiously. So we don't overextend and get everyone killed. Knuckles still really needs to get more MP, though, in order to be a healer. Like, the thing is, usually your monks are your kind of secondary healers. They're just sort of... You have a main healer, and they're just kind of your backup, so that's fine. But here, he's the only healer we have. Howell is just leaping ahead. I feel like the wizards tend to just blast past everyone early on. But then, like, you know, as the game progresses, they slow down a lot. Aw, Mead, you double attacked. I wanted to save this enemy for Sinette. Oh well. No, that's fine. Jeez, each of these battles is really only taking like 10 minutes. Maybe they'll get longer as the game progresses, though. That was easy, wasn't it? You all put up a great fight. Any interest in becoming bandits? You'll be welcomed in my gang. You didn't even help, buddy. We are probably stronger than you at this point. Oh, look over there, a camp. What a relief. Suppose we should go there. Oh, that wasn't his hideout. It was a random camp that was just there. Then, let's hurry to the camp. Is this some attempt to explain what the camp is? Because that was not needed. I assumed we were setting it up. Wait, Ben. I want to come with you. Oh, it's Cynthia. She's joining the party. We made this little 8-year-old walk all the way here. I couldn't just stay back there doing nothing. I was so worried about Grandpa. In spite of what you said, I've decided I have to come with you all. And also, you don't have a proper healer. What? You followed us here? You're just a little girl. Now, go home before you get hurt. See, not even the bandit thinks we should make this 8-year-old fight in battles. What you said makes sense, Ruburan, but it's too dangerous for Cynthia to go back by herself. Apparently it wasn't too dangerous for her to get here by herself. I don't think I can help much in fighting, but I can use healing magic. If anyone is injured, I can heal them. Well, Ben, what do you think? Should we let her accompany us? Ben gently nods his head. Ben is showing some more variety in his head nods. Cynthia the healer has joined the force. Oh, the character class names changed too, because normally the healers are called priest, but here she's just healer. Thank you. Well then, let's hurry to Ribble Camp. I'm sure we'll be welcome, because a lot of people there are from Hassan too. I think we went there at some point too. To Ribble? Like, that sounds vaguely familiar. So here we are in our camp. Let's look at our stats. Since we got some new friends. We need to really catch up certain characters. Cynthia comes in at level 4, which is nice. Oh, she does have heal too. So the guide I was using is just wildly wrong about everyone's magic spells that they get. So I'll just have to find that out as we go. Because the guide I was using was like, she doesn't get heal. And I was like, that's very weird. Okay, so now that we have... She only has 6 MP though. So like, she's somehow even worse than Knuckles. But now that we have both of them, that will definitely help. This was 11 attack. Why is this what he says when we leave? It's time to relight the embers? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Robot Buddy? Is there anything good? We're getting new stuff. Oh, we do have a bronze lance. Oh, and this, I think the iron arrow is new. See, this is from the Game Gear version as well. It the Sega CD versions have the list where it just shows you the stats. The Game Gear version is done with the sprites where they're facing towards the camera if they can use the item. Okay, the middle sword something we already have? It is. He already has a middle sword. What to do? And X. I think I need to sell some things first, because we kind of maxed out our inventory on herbs. Okay, we'll swap his stuff around. Short axe, I believe the hand axe will be better than the short axe. Usually if it's a new item, it's like, you know, it's gonna be better. And yeah, let's buy assay. Just doing some shopping here, saws, but it's a short episode, so it's fine. Okay, so this is really gonna to beef us up a bit. Herb to term, and I am gonna trade our items around a little, so that, oh wait, not use. I don't know if I want to use the quick chicken already. it feels impetuous. Although, you know what? Let's use it on main character just so he's not ever slow, because again, he's the only person we need to keep alive. You know, we lose the game if he's not there, so might as well use it. Like, I do feel like that's one of the few things where, you know, using the item in the main character, even if it's not the optimal decision, it's not going to be the wrong decision. I think we already have bronze rods, but let me just check. Yeah, they already have it. It's weird how sometimes it's like some of the items are upgraded and some aren't. It doesn't seem to follow any particular schedule. Now let's see the cutscene. I think this is the dock where we fought, like, the Leviathan, maybe. Or the Kraken, rather. Once we cross this bridge, we can get to my secret hideout. I'll lead the way again. Well, everyone, quickly follow me across. Oh no! What? What in the world is that? Something's happening. Are we gonna fight the Kraken again? Ruburan, this looks dangerous. Hurry, the bridge is starting to shake. Are we... So I guess the Kraken is just like a chronic issue for this town. But yeah, this game is basically just references to Shining Force 2, even though it doesn't really connect. The rumors at Rebel Camp must be true. That's the Kraken. So you may remember that when we originally got to this town that's nearby in Shining Force 2, we had to sail through a patch of water that had the Kraken in it. It looks like we'll have some difficulty before we can cross the bridge and continue our journey. Ben, here you must show your strength as a hero, defeat it so that we can get across. But I'm not a hero yet, I have to promote. Right now I'm just a swordsman. Okay, and let's check out the map a little. Oh, this battle music's kind of nice. It's very hype. So this is going to be a map where we have a super narrow winding path. Oh, one moment. Sneeze approaching. Oh man, that was that was quite a sneeze. But we have a lot of sections of the path that are literally one tile wide. So we're gonna have bottlenecks abound. The other side will eventually get to a more open area. Oh, in addition to the Kraken, we also have this random giant bat. This bat is like, hey, can I be in the battle? So we have Kraken legs, we have Kraken arms. I do question what the difference is between the legs and arms of this giant squid. Like, aren't they just all just limbs, basically? Without that much differentiation? And here we have the Kraken itself. It looks like the Kraken itself doesn't have like a status, so we may just have to defeat every enemy except it. So this will be quite a battle, yeah. It'll be like we'll have to be cautious because we could easily get stuck at certain parts because of how narrow the path is. So I'll have to proceed forward. It'll be cool though. I'm sure it'll be very epic, and it'll be yet another Shining Force 2 reference that doesn't. I mean, the thing with Shining Force 2 also is that, like, the Kraken in that game, as far as I recall, it had no particular plot significance. It was just there. It was like, oh, this town is plagued by the Kraken, so you gotta fight it. I was like, okay. It had nothing to do with the larger story of, like, the devils or anything. So I feel like this game is filled with references to Shining Force 2, except Shining Force 2 was a game that had a lot of random shit in it that didn't really connect together. So it makes this game also a little bit like just, here's some random things. I guess it's, you know, it's kind of fun though. We're just randomly fighting the Kraken for no particular reason. And also, given that this game takes place prior to Shining Force 2, this poor town has apparently just been dealing with just chronic recurrences of Kraken attacks. Like, you'd think they'd, like, move away or something. They'd be like, you know, this is not a good place to live. There's too many Krakens. Thank you for watching, hypothetical viewers. We have a new friend in the party, Cynthia, our healer, so I hope you were excited about that. The Shining Force growing ever larger, and in the next episode we will be fighting the Kraken. We didn't do that until we were a good bit into the game in Shining Force 2. We had to be quite leveled up, so this is like maybe the Kraken in its weaker mode, like when it was still just a wee babby Kraken. Who knows? But hope you will look forward to this exciting clash of titans in the next episode of Shining Force Final Conflict.